Hello everyone, it's time for the Turtlecast. Can you hear me? That's the question. Let's hope the sound works this time. I will make sure you say that you can hear me. In case something will be wrong again. As the last time I was surprised with no sound for no reason. Even though on my end everything was showing green. So let me know. Sound good? Okay, that's awesome. So we are live. So welcome everyone to the Turtlecast. Cheers, whatever you have as your drink. Some iced tea, iced coffee, or whatever iced drink you have for this summer weather. And Cyprus, thank you a lot for rejoining Turtles Army. Thank you. And let me welcome everyone in the chat. I can see Iron Standing Bear, Troy True, Mr. Kill, Happy Turtles, Spiteful Angel, Wrath of John, Derek Smith, Anyway, Samantha, NGSPC4 Live, The Arena Uncensored, The Games Master, Mr. Twisty, Konka, Big Happy, welcome, and James, and Cracker Jacket, and Pigskin Poet, welcome to the Turtlecast. Now, in regards to the announcement, there is new article on the follow.com that we'll be checking out. It's actually interview with devs, or with one developer, senior quest designer. Okay, that's the interview we'll be checking out. It's actually a written interview. It's not a video, it's a written interview, so we check that out in a moment. And I'm doing great, so thank you. As well, in regards to friendly NPCs that's supposed to not be so friendly, there is a hotfix that's supposed to be, I think, now. I will show you. Let me just open the Discord. I will show you the official announcement from Bethesda. Then I will try to answer all your questions from Ask the Turtle section. Then we go for this article. All right, let me swap the camera so you can see. Okay, here we go. So, from Lady Devon, happy Friday everyone. We are releasing a server-side hotfix at 10:30 CT, 11:30 ET to address enemy NPCs not attacking players as they should. Or as one of our live producers put it, Frenemies are now re-enemies. I like it. That's cool. There will be no downtime or download required on your part. Have fun with Once in a Blue Moon and Season 13. So, this update is supposed to be done about now, or is in progress or being done. Hopefully, when you log in to play the game, enemies will behave normally and no longer totally ignore everything and get shot and walk away. So this should be resolved. Hopefully everything back in order after this quick hotfix. I'm happy there is no downtime. So that's a good news. There is way more bugs. I was hoping for announcement for some hotfix. I'm almost done with investigating of all the unannounced changes and bugs and so on. So that video, Saturday or Sunday, depend how quickly I will be able to summarize everything. And yeah, the chainsaw nerf and other stuff. Yeah, I'm investigating everything. So that I will cover in a proper video. Now, let's answer your questions. As last time I was on mini holiday, so I didn't answer questions from Ask the Turtle. I need to answer them today. I have 2 weeks of questions. That can be a couple. Okay. Let me switch the camera again. And first is Dustin. Mr. Turtle, what would you recommend a Gauss sniper build user to use for close combat situations like launching nukes, daily ops, the pit? I have a solution. Vampire Enclave Flamer. I was thinking of wearing power armor paired with something, but I don't know what that something should be. I'm only level 115, so I don't have a lot of extra stuff like unyielding secret service armor, so on and so forth. Yeah, again, vampire, enclave flamer. Try to get it. It works perfectly with every sniper build. You can use it with power armor and you will never die. And it's incredibly powerful close range. So you will be set with that. How long have you played Fallout 76? How long have you streamed it? I played Fallout 76 about as long as it is released, and I was streaming it a year later. Pushed by Bethesda bugs to start learning how to upload videos. And even when I did video, no one believes me at first that Vault Raid ate all my stuff. Literally ate it from my character. But eventually I convinced everyone, and even developers acknowledge that, and it have been fixed. But it was a struggle. Then, Woki Sparko GTR. Hello guys, which power armor have the best protection against energy? That's T65. Next. Yeah, I posted the ranking of power armors, but energy damage in particular, that's T65. Next, D. Hello Turtle. I wonder what's the worth of Action Boy gear compared to a piece of armor with action point refresh. The 45% it stays can't be of the same scale as the 5% the armor effects brings, right? Yeah, it's totally different. It's way weaker. So it's more like, what is it? Like a little bit more than one piece of armor. It's way weaker. The Action Boy compared to armor AP refresh, way weaker. It works in different ways, so it depends how big is your AP pool. The bigger your AP pool is, the more beneficial it is to put armor pieces with AP refresh over Action Boy. Next, is 40% less damage while power attacking still bugged? Last time I checked, it wasn't working on my chainsaws. I think it's still bugged. It's even more bugged. Oh, and someone is saying it's not bugged. It works only while hitting the enemy. So maybe? I don't know that. That's really hard to verify. So that would be a hard test to do. Okay, someone is saying that it's actually working when you're actively dealing damage to enemies. So that would be a good effect. Assuming it still works after update. Next. Since a few patches, you don't need to tag legendaries anymore, but do you need line of sight and radius or just radius? Just radius. I think it's 50 meters radius, in-game meters, that legendaries will drop loot for you. Next, can you review the new settings and effects of them on gameplay? I'm trying to see the difference on the display depth of field setting. I don't know if that would be necessary. I don't know. Should I even do that? Most people usually just try it to see what they like the best. Next. So footage of the Shredder getting nerfed, was that on the PTS or just a bug? That I think is mostly a bug in regards to Shredder. At least from my testing, what I will be talking about in the video, currently some second star effects are just bugged, including Basher, VATS hit chance, and power attack damage. I don't know if there is more bug. Those three are bugged. Next. Hey Mr. Turtle. Since the update there is a huge immediate difference on the performance, look and feel on the PS5. I try to find any type of information from Bethesda asking if we got a frame per second upgrade. I have no way of telling if we did or not. However, the PS4 still feels very sluggish as normal. A lot of people on PS5 have been saying they feel this as well. Is there any confirmation from Bethesda that they did indeed give us 60 FPS upgrade, or do you know anything about this? Yes, there was a 60 FPS upgrade for all new consoles, and it's a little bit mixed because from Series X, Xbox Series X users, some users are reporting that because their game is running in 4K, they are losing frames. down to like 40 FPS instead of 60 what's supposed to be there. I don't know how widespread it is. Is it like rare or common? Does it depend on your TV resolution? I don't know that. Next, Wedunika. Hi Turtle, could you check two-shot again? My two-shot Plasma Caster and Gauss Mini do not seem to be weaker than before. Oh, they are weaker than before. Not the Gauss Mini, but Plasma Caster, yes. Bethesda added more trash weapons to our legendary pool, diluting it even further. Dragons, blunderbuss, and Enclave pistol without mods. Some of my best weapons came from natural drops, so this is concerning. Is there a comprehensive list of what else they added? Not that I know about. This 3-star Alien Blaster are the only ones they added. Alien Blaster? No, the Enclave. They added Enclave for sure. Next, Rogue Baton. In my stash, I have 36 Shipsquatch skulls. How do I display them in a shelter or wherever? Would like a wall of them. I don't know, regular displays supposed to work with them? Need to try regular displays. Next, Turtle. I would love if you make a comparison between the Elder's Mark and the Fixer against a boss. I can lend you a quad explosive 25 AP Elder's Mark if that can help you in any manner. Oh, thank you for the offer. I will be investigating that. I already have one Elder's Mark from a drop. I will be doing definitely review and maybe later on some test on bosses too. What is the cryptid mobile plan? Can't find anything on the net. Oh, you hang it? It's like making a sound when there is a wind. You know, the thing that you hang outside of your house and it makes a noise when there is a wind, or you can spin it, something like that. This is the cryptid mobile. Next, I thought you would like this funny cartoon someone made about Fallout. It's very short. Okay. We probably can. I will check that in a second. Or more for myself, maybe better than, than sharing it on the channel. I will check it later, so thank you. You're saying it's funny? Probably it is. If anyone else wants to check, the link seems to be on the Discord. Next, Mr. Turtle. First, I want to say thank you for testing all this new stuff since the update. I know this takes time and we all appreciate your effort, but I did have a concern. It seems like the super mutants aren't even recognizing that you are around them. Okay, that's already addressed, supposedly now. Next, I'm Low House Stealth Commando. What is Low House Stealth? Full set Secret Service Unyielding, Life Giver Max Out Level, Born Survival, Grounded Mutation, Dodgy, Endurance about 8, so pretty tanky. When I'm in the silo ever since the update, if a laser turret sees me and if I get shot from a turret, it will one-shot me. Yeah, I heard about buff to laser turrets. I don't know if it's intended. I tested that, they indeed hit hard. Gilpo. There's a small mistake on this list, though, as the shipping containers aren't obtainable, they removed them from the reward list. Oh, I heard about that. That's bad news. I was really looking forward to those shipping containers. Next, I have an unorthodox build that's just a healer. I use fire weapons, Crusader pistol, plasma cutter, etc. Are there any weapons to specialize into? The flamer. If you are a healer, you need a regular flamer. That's really good for healing at range and really good damage in the same time. And difference between flamer and all those other weapons, the biggest one, it penetrates through ally and enemies. So no one will stop you from healing. Even if you need to heal or damage a target far away and between you and them there is couple people, it will still work. So that's why flamer you really need for this type of a build. And flamer is silent as well. Next, DJ42. What build do you use and what is your best build you made? Depend what you mean by best. I'm using a lot of my universal build because I'm a hoarder. I have everything. I like testing everything. So my universal build, I don't need to swap perks constantly. I'm currently back on my universal build. The best build I made, like overall, probably VATS Heavy Gunner, full health or low health, as those can annihilate bosses in VATS like crazy fast. If you are into DPS, then one of those. And one more, does anyone notice the kind of plasma weapon the last boss in Daily Op is using? It looks unique. I will need more details. I don't know what boss and what plasma weapon, but yeah, I will leave that be. Back to YouTube chat, let's see what you are saying. Okay, what is chat talking about? And hello there everyone who joined us. Yeah, the chainsaw build is still super powerful. And you can use it with auto axe for more damage. Okay, and I think I should... You don't know how to get auto axe, you do expeditions and then buy it from Giuseppe. Okay, what else? Yeah, we officially have Angry Turtle in game. So that was the best update ever. No, none of the changes have been confirmed by Bethesda if you are asking about that. But Chainsaw was probably indirectly nerfed by change to how fire damage work. There is a small lag on public servers still. The lag will be probably for a while, as we have a lot of players. Yeah, I know about Enclave rifle dropping without any mods, so it drops as a legendary, but it's always a script. So that's the one weapon you cannot really mod. Even though I heard some reports of people claiming they can modify Enclave Plasma without mods in inventory, but I'm not sure if that's true, because I do need mods in my inventory to modify it, so I don't know why they can, or maybe they don't know they have those mods in inventory. Hard to tell. VATS hit chance works? Since when? Did they fix it with the server fix? Since when? It wasn't working yesterday for sure. PS5 is so nice at 60 FPS. Yeah, I believe so. I like high frame rates in game. I know that Starfield would be 30 FPS for consoles. I hope it will run 60 for PC at least. Oh, Hackers Gaming Adventures. Thank you a lot for $2, mate. Appreciate that. And messages, howdy and thanks for the info. Oh, you're welcome. Is the auto axe significantly better than the chainsaw? Yes, if you put electrified mode, yes. Almost twice the damage. I don't know exactly why. Can you do aerial with stealth commando build? Absolutely, if you spec for crits. Official response for Enclave Plasma having no mods. It's rare to revisit older things like that. It's official response from who, Rascal? You can have dev plans for Enclave Plasma? I didn't know that. Where you can find modules for Enclave weapons. They do drop occasionally from Enclave events, and sometimes Modus is selling them, or Watoga train station can occasionally sell them, so vendors or events, there's no reliable source. That's why you want to drop a weapon already modded. No, you are not allowed to stream both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. It's against Twitch rules. That's harder to detect why sneaking stuck now and chameleon plus... Oh, that's a good question. There was supposed to be some changes to Sentinel, but I didn't test. It's a good question. I should add it to my checklist. Does Sentinel work when you are crouching? I need to add to my checklist. Sentinel while crouching. Okay, I can test that. Oh, Smallville! Thank you a lot for 10 bucks! Thanks, that's your first donation! Thank you a lot, appreciate that! And the message is, rock on Turtleman, kicking ass and taking names later. Just fix your invite so we can all play together. Oh, that's not something I can fix. That need to be fixed by Bethesda, and I don't think it's their priority at all, my friend list. I was trying to reach the support, I was trying to reach everyone, and the answer I got was, we don't know why it doesn't work, so if they don't know why it doesn't work, it's a problem. Yukio saying, I have my fixer, anti-armor 50% hit chance, 90 weight reduction. It worked, I had 95% hit chance when I'm in a weapon range. Did you compare it to the fixer without VATS hit chance? Because that's how you need to do it to know if it's working. Just the fact that you have 95% hit chance doesn't mean that improve VATS hit chance on the weapon itself it's working. Cap and script reset now. It is working. It was just changed. It reset 6 PM now. It's fixed reset time for caps and script. It's no longer on 20 hours timer. It's 6 PM. It's resetting with daily ops, not with reset of challenges. I don't even know why we have two different times, but it resets with daily ops. Okay, now let's go for the article that we have on Fallout.com. Here we are. Carl McKevitt, Senior Quest Designer at Bethesda Game Studios. Say hi to Carl, a senior quest designer whose range of work spans Fallout 76, but most recently was highlighted in the new Once in a Blue Moon update. Carl was kind enough to give us a glimpse of quest designer day to day, but also shares personal gaming inspirations and childhood favorites. Okay, childhood favorites. Okay, interesting. I would like to know more about Fallout, but okay, we can listen about childhood too. What does a normal day look like for you as quest designer? These days, I'm collaborating with the incredible team at Double 11. So that's confirmation. Double 11 continuously work on new updates for Fallout, helping coordinate and oversee the creation of some exciting new updates. Most days, I'm on a series of calls with all different folks, both domestic and afar, playtesting content and providing direction or feedback, talking through ideas and prototypes. It's incredibly fulfilling, and I can't wait for people to see what we've got cooking. Okay. I mean, don't think that requires comment. That's a day at work. Sounds like a day at work. What was your career path into the role of quest designer? I joined Bethesda Game Studios Austin back in 2018. If I counted right, that's 5 years ago, as a quest designer, about 6 months before the game launched. While I had a hand in fixing the odd bug here or there, my main contributions began with Wild Appalachia, in particular the Lying Clough questline. Okay, that was a good questline. You can definitely put that on the resume. without being afraid of backlash. So that was a good quest line. From there, I stayed quest designer through every major update up until just after Muffman Equinox. Since then, I've transitioned into the role I have now. Okay, Muffman Equinox, I would not count it very highly. I mean, it's okay. How long have you been with Bethesda, and do you have any advice for someone interested in joining the video games industry? This is a tricky one, because both education and the industry have changed a lot since I joined. My road to Bethesda was a weird one. While I attended school for game design, I was hired to write an analysis on a free-to-play MMO from South Korea, because oddly enough, I spoke Korean, not because I offered any real game developer experience. That job led to an internship, which led to job in things like web-based MMOs and eventually mobile games, pretty far from my goal of working at Bethesda Game Studios, but a decade of giving that my best shot later. I was lucky enough to apply when Bethesda Game Studios needed someone with my skill set. So a lot of experience with mobile MMOs. Is that good? I don't know. Usually when I hear a lot of experience in mobile MMOs, usually you don't think about all the good stuff and more like over monetization, but yeah. He's a quest designer, so I think not monetization part. Is it possible he's doing some monetization? I don't know. So the only advice I think I would offer, cautiously, is to take whatever opportunity you are given and do it to the best of your ability. That or learn Korean. I used to run a lunchtime class for folks in the Austin office, so I could teach you. Yes, you. Okay, good one. Like, I agree with that. You never know what life will bring you. Like, I was studying chemistry and I was planning to do career as a scientist. It totally didn't work out. And now I'm a full-time gamer. So you know how your life can turn in different directions. Next, I must give special thanks to my wife. Far too lazy to seek out the opportunities myself, she consistently managed to find the jobs that carve my path to where I am now, also being a loving, supporting partner. Another important work-life lesson is to learn to lean on others. Seek advice from people you trust. Don't go it alone. Okay, I think that's quite rare in our times to be in a happy relationship and get a lot of support. But if someone can get it, that's definitely good. Next, do you have a favorite project that you've worked on so far? The Still Dawn and Still Rain updates for 76 are definitely a high point in my time here. Getting to contribute to the writing and story building on a Brotherhood of Steel storyline was a dream come true in itself, but more so working closely with that group of writers was an unforgettable experience. Once in a Blue Moon will also have a permanent place in my heart. I'm not just proud of the work the team did, but seeing the Blue Ridge Caravan Company taking center stage has been a surreal and unforgettable experience. Okay, I would like this Blue Ridge Caravan to get a little bit more love quests in regards to questing. We have this new unique once a day quest line in form of dailies, but it's still relatively short and small amount in total. So I'm excited too. I just hope the more is coming. What do you enjoy the most about your current role? Joining in voice acting sessions, seriously a dreamlike experience. You get to hear the characters you wrote come to life. You get to hang out with amazingly talented folks, actors, directors, and engineers alike, and you get to scroll through the actor's IMDb page with starry eyes the whole time. You just have to balance that out with the director gently reminding me, Car, Stop fanboying and let the professional do their job, please. That's weird, okay. That's a weird part. There's also the chance to join in on community events in QuakeCon or even Dev Dives. I have a ton of fun hopping into streams or events, getting the chance to interact with other players or just goof off, and in some cases, helping raise awareness of charities run by our amazing community. In particular, joining streams with the Fun Run Followed for Hope streams has been a huge honor. The team behind it continues to amaze me each year. Which of your favorite games inspire you? Okay, that's interesting. Let's see. Morrowind will always be my North Star in both being a favorite and an inspiration. Really? Okay, that's not a very creative answer, but maybe that's just his favorite game, really. While putting my 300 or so hour into... What? Again. Morrowind will always be my North Star in both being a favorite and an inspiration, and then 300 or so hours? That doesn't add up. Your best game, you have total of 300 hours. Maybe for some people it's a lot. Do you agree with me that it's not much? I have more like 3000 hours in Fallout 76. So I can say Fallout 76 is my favorite. I have probably more hours in Fallout 4 than 300 in total. I just don't see it. How is your favorite game as at 300 or so hours in total? Especially that it's probably rounded up. So you usually round up, it looks better. Okay, anyway, I decided that I want to make games just like it. Now I do. Literally, as just like it as you can get. That aside, many of my favorites tend to come from Japanese games. My grandmother played pretty much every JRPG on the SNES, PlayStation and PS2. So I was kind of raised on RPGs. Okay, JRPGs, not RPGs really. Not the RPGs I have in mind. I grew up loving games like Yakuza, Like a Dragon, or Pokemon. I do everything in my power to try not to let that color my impact on Fallout. Try is the operative word there. Okay, I'm a little bit afraid here. Even though I played some Pokemon game, I played Pokemon Go, I can't see the direction for Fallout to be like a Pokemon game. Please no. Not the same. Please don't try. Please don't try to make Fallout like a Pokemon game. Please don't. Don't take inspiration from Pokemons. Okay. What stands out to you about working at Bethesda Game Studios? Without a doubt, it's getting to see what the teams across ZeniMax are working on early. In addition to the chance to geek out over upcoming releases, it's great to get a glimpse into the process of different studios and the steps between the concept and a finished game. I still remember the first time we got a peek at Hi-Fi Rush. I was blown away and felt like a kid on Christmas being able to see something like that before the rest of the world. Exciting stuff like that comes up all the time and 5 years later still never gets old. Understand that he needs to praise other Bethesda titles. He's working there, so I don't blame him. What are you working on next that you are excited for everyone to see? Okay, let's hope not the Pokemon expansion for Fallout. Something very cool, which I'm definitely not able to talk about yet, but I'm still deep in the woods of Appalachia, so I'm sure folks will hear about it in the near future. As of this writing, the team I'm working with has just delivered Once in a Blue Moon and are eagerly awaiting to see how our players respond to it. Be sure to join our Discord to let me know what you think. Okay, so he will not say what they're working next, but can I guess? Is that the new expedition? Atlantic City? Is that the secret? Because that was already revealed. I don't know when the interview was made. Do you have any fun developer-related stories while working on Bethesda Game Studio games? Okay, funny stories. Okay, let's see. I have an embarrassing one that I will share. In my first year, Emil something, Bethesda Game Studios design director, visited the Austin office and went out to lunch with the Quest team. In addition to patiently fielding our unanswerable questions about lore that had nothing to do with 76, he had to witness a meeting of the minds between myself and Chris Marshall, another Quest designer. During our conversation, it came to light that both Chris and I had the same exact headcanon for our Skyrim player characters. That they were the Nerevarin. What? Nerevarin? What is Nerevarin from our perspective? Morrowind playthroughs, surviving through Azura's grace to the events of Skyrim. We then argued over whose character was the real Nerevarin. I think Emil is still cringing to this day, assuming he hasn't blocked out the memory entirely. I missed the part when it was funny. Okay. We don't have the same sense of humor, so I'm not happy with that part. Are you approaching the game you are currently working on any different than in past games you work on? My recent releases have had me focus more on overseeing content creation than creating it myself. Maybe that's good. That's been quite the learning curve and requires relearning my own approaches to solving dev problems from a different perspective. While it's challenging, it's also humbling to see such a talented team push for and prove out their ideas. What types of stories grab you when you play games? Oh, okay, I'm afraid to read this part. I hope those are good stories, okay? Ready. I love when a game gives me the chance to express myself. One thing about Bethesda games that drew me in early was its ability to feel like I'm writing my story within the game. Good so far. I always keep that in mind when I'm creating or testing content in 76. Are we giving the player enough agency to feel like this is their story? Which can be a difficult thing to balance. As someone who went from writing my character's story in the games to helping create the games for others to write their own stories in, it can be challenging to find those moments of agency, to remember that we are not just telling stories, we are setting up a stage for the player to tell theirs. Okay, that's a good paragraph, let's continue. This is something I bounced around a lot on with a character like Aris from 76. He's kind of my passion project. It can often feel like I'm inserting my own player character into the world with him. I really want to tell players about who he is, what he does, and why he does it. But I have to remind myself he isn't there just to tell his story, he's there to be a part of the player's story. Looking at the stories and characters that our community shares on social media, I think our team has succeeded in making a world where a player can carve out their own identity. Our fans elevate our content, and it's been amazing to see that. It's something I'm always thinking about whenever we take on the next endeavor, and I know my colleagues feel the same. Thank you so much to Carl for taking the time to answer our questions. Check out more from our team here at Bethesda Game Studios. If you want to work alongside Carl or anyone else at Bethesda Game Studios, visit our careers page and apply today. Oh, are they hiring? Are they hiring? That would be interesting to work at Bethesda. I mean, at this moment, not for me anymore. I'm too old for that, but for whoever else want to, apply. If you are a Fallout fan, we need Fallout fans at Bethesda to do the career. No, the Atlantic City was confirmed to be different than current expeditions, to be bigger and more story-oriented. How much more? How much bigger? This is still a mystery, but it was confirmed to be different and bigger, that they learn from current expeditions how to make a new contact better. They don't need me there. They need other people. Save the game from... Yeah, as long as he's just supervising and not implementing new content based on previous Pokemon games, I'm okay with that. Like, the thing I like about the guy is his focus, this last paragraph about story, making it about player and choices. If he will prioritize that, it's really good. And the content he mentioned early that he was working on, generally good. Like, he chose the proper quest lines that are really good in Fallout. He mentioned those. So those are good signs. I am not really getting his sense of humor, and I'm not inspired by his favorite games. So those are plus, minus. How it balances out, I don't know. I cannot believe that he didn't even mention any of the original Fallout games. How is it not on his list? He said, I am big into RPG, and those are JRPGs, like Pokemons. So, yeah, no real RPGs on the list. Like, no big real RPGs. Outside of Elder Scrolls, but only 300 hours, so I don't even know how much it's his favorite game, really. I cannot believe 300 hours, your favorite game ever. I don't know. I don't know what to think about it, exactly. We'll probably never know. But I based my opinion on the content they released so far. So they give me a turtle, so that's a huge plus. And Double 11, I don't know if he was already then supervising it, but Double 11 did the new coward update, which was great. So, yeah, and he was an Elder Scrolls guy. Elder Scrolls, I get it, it's a good game. But still, it's like my biggest problem, why I prefer Fallout over Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls, it's the mystery, magic, fantasy world. Fallout's supposed to be sci-fi, post-apocalyptic, and maybe alien a little bit, because you always had a little bit of aliens in any Fallout. So this direction, and I'm not sure how Skyrim will be a proper inspiration to do that. Maybe it will be. I don't know. I would love to be wrong and Skyrim be a good inspiration, but I don't want it to be about fantasy and magic in Fallout. That do not add up for me. Okay, let me see any more comments. Oh, yeah. Oh, I see you guys. So this funny paragraph wasn't funny for you either. Yeah, so not only for me. Yeah, the humor, what I need is a dry humor, and it's a dark humor. You know me by now. If I go for humor, it's usually a dry one. Not for everyone, but that's what I like. Dry and dark humor. And you all have like thousands of hours into into your favorite games. Yeah, so I was right about it. Anyway, saying 300 hours is amateur time. Yeah, your favorite game ever cannot sit at 300 hours if you are a true gamer. It's too low. Good game can be at 300 hours. Like my Cyberpunk, I do not count as my favorite game. I'm under 200 hours. Outriders, I really enjoy it. I'm at around 200 hours. So for me, between 200-300 hours, it's a good game. But it will not be my all-time favorite at 300 hours. I don't even know how many hours I had in Fallout 2. The problem with Fallout 2 was you basically did everything at some point, and it was limited replayability. Oh yeah, we definitely needed some questline about Interloper. It's like abandoned topic so far. Yeah, I don't know about Nuka Launcher and if they will ever add it. Or maybe they accidentally did it too powerful and they they don't want to give it back. I don't know. It's wherever on public test server anyone asked about Nuka Launcher being added to stamp vendor or so on, there was silence. Whenever anyone says Nuka Launcher, silence. Complete silence. No one hears it. It's the word you cannot say out loud. It's a forbidden word. The Nuka Launcher. If Fallout 76 was Skyrim, the strongest weapon had been bow. Yeah, we already... I was surprised when they added bows, to be honest, to Fallout 76. I was all for new weapons, but when I heard bows and special perks, I was like... Really? Bows? So I was surprised with that. Cryptid cards, Pokemon collection, yeah. Pokemon inspired features. At least now we know why we have cryptid cards. Yeah, Nuka Launcher. It's forbidden word. You don't say it out loud. Okay, so I think I covered everything for this Turtlecast. I hope we are happy with those news. Some bugs are being addressed. I will be playing some Fallout now with members. So if you are a member, if your name is green, you are the channel supporter. The next stream we start, we just jump to the next one and we hang out together. We do our dailies and we verify the latest hotfix that's supposed to be working now for servers. Let's see if servers are doing any better. And that being said, for everyone else, I wish you amazing fun with Fallout and all the new events. And I hope the RNG gods will be with you and you get all the weapons you really need. Thanks for the likes as well. And see you all in the next one. Turtle out.